And welcome to the COMC Lake TV High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also by SRG Financial Advisors, our vet at the lake, Serdike Yamaha, Polylift boat lifts, and rough water docks. So here in a couple of minutes, we'll head over to Osage, talk with Indians coach Shannon Jolly as they get ready for Moberly. We are here at Camdenton's workout field with the man, the myth, the legend. It's Jeff Shore, head coach of the Lakers. How's Coach Shore today?
It really couldn't be better. We had a really great Friday night. Our kids played fantastic. With just great energy. So, you know, from a coaching standpoint, you love to see that. So yeah, it's pretty good Friday night, pretty good weekend.
Absolutely. In case you hadn't heard, 45-0 winner in the opener against Rolla. And this Rolla team, I mean, they've been really good the last couple years, probably will be pretty good again this year. And you guys really took care of them.
We just had one of those games. You know, our kids just came out ready to play, and it was fun to watch them. The first thing I said, they played with great excitement. I mean, had fantastic energy the whole game, really ready to play. And, you know, no reservations, there was no fear. There was just all, hey, let's go get it. And played great in all phases of the game. You know, probably one of the more, you know, no game is perfect, but probably one of the more clean or perfect games we've played in a long, long time. So, you know, you can't be any more happy than that, especially the first game of the year.
Boy, yeah, for the opener. I mean, usually there's, you know, mistakes, timing is off and everything, and that wasn't the case this week. So, and we talked about it last week going into the first game of the year. You have a flashy offense. Everybody talks about your offense, but you win championships with the defense, and your defense throws a shutout.
They did. I think they held them to around 40 total yards, I think, on the night.
Wow.
So that's, you know, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Number one, our defensive line. We talked a little bit last show about our defensive line. Played really great. You know, starting with the Jacoby Coleman right there in the middle, and Gabe Norton, Logan Wheat, Hilton, Jeshua. Those guys played really well and really set the tone. And then, you know, rounding it out, our two outlaws, Jefferson and McElroy played great. They had a real good quarterback. They kept him under wraps, and had you know, Tommy Mack had a great huge sack towards the middle of third quarter. That was fantastic. And then Parkman at linebacker, moved him to linebacker. Him and Sam DeMott played great there at the linebacker position. Reese moved back to safety and did a great job. Rotated some corners with Van Skyke, played well. Mellencamp played well. All those guys at the corner position played well. Wiley Powers, and then had Javari and Cam in there some. So, you know, it was a full defensive effort as we went. So that really set the tone and set the offense up in great scoring position.
Boy, absolutely. Okay, and the offense, pretty good too. I mean, you had 31 points at halftime. I'm guessing you could have turned it on.
Yeah, super efficient. We scored in every possession we had, except the last. We just ran out the clock. Really got started well, put a great first drive together, and then Bearhead Edson on a big back shoulder play. Really good throw, really great catch. And that got us going. And then we had a huge turnover, and then our Mongo set came in, and Cade Durnan hit Evans on a little play action pass. Cade's our kind of what we call our Mongo quarterback, and our power eye, and then came back and got a scramble play by Bear on a 49-yarder to Cam Durnan. And that, you know, was 21-0 before they turned around. So that was a really great start for our offense.
Boy, it's good. So nice when you jump out to that big early lead too, and it kind of takes some of the pressure off of you. So game one in the books, big win for the Lakers. Coming up game two, you got a Kickapoo team. Could be very interesting. So we'll talk about that game coming up Friday nights right after this. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Purchasing a boat is a pretty big investment, and when you purchase a rough water dock, you're protecting that investment for years to come. Rough Water Dock has been your trusted dock builder at the lake for over 30 years, specializing in custom docks that are built to withstand the rough waters of the Lake of the Ozarks. Rough Water is a full-service dock builder offering commercial construction, dock additions, swim docks. They're Ameren certified and fully insured. Rough Water Dock, the peace of mind you want and the protection you need.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
And welcome back to the COMC Lake TV High School Football Coaches Show. We are here at Camdenton, the Lakers, and head coach Jeff Shore here, the man, the myth, the legend, getting ready for Kickapoo in game 2 of the season. So I did a little research, Kickapoo, I tell you what, this Kickapoo program can be good. They played you even the last 10 years, you're 5-5.
Yeah, they're Class 6 school, biggest school in Springfield.
Yeah.
So they outnumber us student-wise by half the amount. We're on the lower end of Class 5, and they're the Class 6 school. So, they should be by rights. They should have a good talent
program,
pool from. And they are talented this year. Very good team. You see them on film. There's not any weaknesses. They're athletically very good, very big across the board, and athletic on both sides of the football. It'll be a big test down there playing them. We had a good ball game with them last year, tight game, ended up winning it. And they've got a lot of guys coming back, and so do we. So it'll be a barn burner. Like I said, they're very talented, and on both sides of football, and so it's going to be a barn burner.
And they won last week as well. They're 1-0, and they won in a shutout as well. So we go into this game pretty rare. Neither team has given up a point on defense.
Yeah, correct. That is unusual. Yeah.
So the offense, what do you guys want to do going up against this Kickapoo team?
I think our offensive line, who played really well last Friday night against Charlotte, I thought they did a great job, across the board there. Curley, our right guard, plays with great energy. Jackson Scott did a great job snapping. We were on the money and snapping. On our offense, we got to have great snaps.
Yeah.
Gunnar Morris played a really good ball game at left guard, along with Norton and Hilton, and those guys really did a great job, up front. So they're going to have the work cut out for us this week. Huge offensive line, or defensive line we're playing against. Kickapoo's defensive line is huge. Some of that is negated with our offense because we try to wear people out. So it looks like it's going to be a little hotter. I always look at the temperature, those kind of things. And we've only got a couple guys going both ways. So Gabe Norton plays both ways, but he's in pretty good condition. So we're going to have to wear them out a little bit and keep firing. And they're going to be very aggressive early and try to take some of that aggressiveness out with the pace of our play.
That's pretty smart, though, when you think about it, when you're going up against a big team like that. And like you said, they draw from a lot more students. With your kind of an offense, you can wear those big guys out if things go the right way.
Key is getting the ball in our hands, and our defense did a great job of that last Friday night. So if we can get several possessions, that'll and a couple first downs, that really tends to build on itself and things snowball in a good way for us usually.
Absolutely. Down to the last few seconds. After the first week, conference play, Lebanon wins big. Webb City, I think, lost. They're not in the conference, but West Plains won a tough game against Bolivar. So it's looking like the same old power players in the league again this year.
It is, yeah. It's definitely coming down to that. And I think Kickapoo, like I said, is one of those, arguably could be the best team in the league. So, it'll probably be game of the week in Southwest Missouri, those kind of things. So it'll be fun. Our kids will be looking forward to it.
And I'm so excited because Lake TV, it has Laker football on the air again this year. So we've got your Bolivar game coming up at the end of this month. And then we've got your rivalry showdown with Lebanon. That's always fun. And then into the playoffs we'll go.
That's great to have you guys broadcasting it. Like I said, the Bolivar game's homecoming, I think. So that'll be a fun one. Of course, Lebanon is always a great one, so looking forward to those.
Okay, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. That's head coach Jeff Shore as the Lakers get ready for a tough one on the road against Kickapoo this week. So up next, we hit the road, we go over to Osage. We'll be talking with Indians coach Shannon Jolly coming up next here on The Coaches Show.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the mile marker formula.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
And welcome back to the COMC Lake TV High School Football Coaches Show. We are here at Osage, the home of the Indians, with head coach Shannon Jolly. Okay, Coach, you got the season off and running last week. You had a really tough Jefferson City team. So how was the opener for you Friday night?
Well, I think it was really a tale of two halves. I think we played really well and turnover-free throughout the game, but mistake-free in the the first half. And it was really just two different halves. I think our kids came out and played really, really well. And I've had a lot of questions about what happened in the second half. And to put it blankly, we just had some mental miscues and some letdowns discipline-wise. But, I felt confident about what we were doing, minus, the mental mistakes that we were self-inflicted by.
Well, that's cool. At least you saw some really good things, and the problems were kind of self-inflicted. It was a really good, tough battle in the first half, which has to give you, I guess, a lot of, good things to build on there.
Well, I think when you come in, you don't know what the first game's going to be like.
Yeah.
And to play well the first half of the first game of the season is, it's promising. But, like I said, to finish, it all goes down to the final score, and we didn't get it done in the second half. There are things I think we can remedy and fix, but, on the other side of it, mental errors can play into maturity, it can play into preparation, and those are things that we really had to take a tough look at this weekend. But I was really pleased with our kids' effort, throughout the game, to be honest with you. But just coming up short on the mental side.
Absolutely. Okay. So if you're looking for positives, what do you go back to that game one to build on with the guys?
Well, we had right at 300 yards rushing.
Wow.
Against a much bigger Jeff City front. And so we were excited about, our ability to run the ball. And the one that I hit on first that I'm most proud of, we started a sophomore quarterback who came into the season as a backup, and we had 0 turnovers in the game, which is something that was super exciting for us offensively.
That is great. And your injury status, one of your main guys, your starting quarterback, was out last week. What's his status?
He's probably going to be on the sideline again this week, but might get him back sooner than we thought. He's coming along nicely, and that's Conor Vaughn, our senior quarterback and defensive back. And we were also without one of our starters in Dane DePay in the defensive secondary this week as well. Okay,
so hopefully get those guys back. So game one in the books, things to build on, all that good stuff. We've got another tough game coming up, game two this week on the road against Moberly. We will chat with Coach Jolly about that right after this. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Lorry. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Welcome
back to the lake, and welcome back, Free America. Hi, this is Greg at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach. Here at Lake of the Ozarks, we wear what we want, we eat what we want, we drink what we want, and we have more fun than we deserve. This place is the ultimate statement of freedom. For 50 years, it has been my job to make sure you have as much fun as I do. Yamaha Wave Runners make that easy. Yamaha Wave Runners last longer, hold their value better, and provide safe family fun better than any watercraft ever made. It's also time to join the Surdak Boat Rental Club to enjoy up to 50% savings on your rentals. Visit Surdak Yamaha on Osage Beach and let my friendly crew help put you on the lake. Supplies are limited, but your freedom isn't. That's at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach.
You ride on our reputation at Gary Surdak. You ride on our reputation. You ride on our reputation.
And welcome back to the COMC Lake TV High School Football Coaches Show. We're at the home of the Osage Indians, beautiful field in the background here. Game one is in the books, where the Indians coming up short to a very tough Jefferson City team. So this week you hit the road for the first time. I think you've got a Moberly team. Moberly coming up 1 point short in their opener last week to Smith Cotton, I think.
Yeah, you know, Moberly played up with a Class 4 school, similar to like what we did.
Yep.
And personally, I've never traveled to Moberly for a football game, so it'll be unique to me. But, you know, we were fortunate to come out with a win last year, so we have at least a little bit of an idea. But, you know, it's a much better team. And hopefully, you know, we feel like we are as well. So I think it'll be a good contest.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, you've been coaching, 26 years now, and in this area at you know, a lot of the schools around here, and you haven't been to Moberly.
Yeah, it's just a place that we haven't crossed paths with yet, so hopefully the first time is a good one.
How's that for a coach when you do that? Is that kind of fun when you go into a place you haven't been before, or just does it depend on, I mean, it could be a pit too that you got to go in and figure out how to play in?
No, I like to travel. I actually it's nice to be at home, but personally, I like to travel, especially when you go somewhere you haven't been. It's just interesting to see new facilities, what environment people have, and there's a lot of cool things out there that people do and different vibes, you know, in different communities. So, no, and I know Moberly's a tough place to play. I mean, the people in Moberly enjoy their Spartan football, so it'll be fun to go there for the first time.
Yeah, how much of a home field advantage, what kind of a difference does that make? I mean, you guys have a beautiful field here, but it's built for storms and water, you know, and all that stuff. You go to some places and, man, it turns into a quagmire sometimes.
Well, and it just depends. I mean, most fields we play on now have turf, but the environment's the one that I like. I got the chance to go back to my alma mater, Mark Twain High School, several years ago, and just watch, you know, their field's in a cornfield, literally.
Really?
You know, about 20 yards away from the field, you see standing corn. And, and so it's kind of cool. And the environment, you know, for our kids to be in different environments, I think is good for them.
That is cool. I didn't know you went to Mark Twain.
I did go to Mark Twain.
How about that? All right. Okay, so this Moberly team, what do they like to do on offense? What's your defense going to have to do?
Their two best plays offensively, running the ball, are similar to ours. They approach it in a little bit different fashion offensively. This year they're doing a little bit more work with the screen game and some type of things like that. But you know, I think last year they were trying to do some different things. This year you're a little bit better at them, and you know, year two's different. So you know, that's the thing. I think they fly around. They're physical, and like I said, I think it's a quality football team for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then your offense. You know, I mean, anytime you talk with a coach, it's like, we don't focus on them, we focus on us, right? And that's where it begins and ends. What do you want to see from your offense this week?
Well, continued growth. There's a few things. We ran the ball relatively well, but there's still a few things blocking on the edge that we need to do a little bit better, so you take the time this week to do that. But again, being confident. I mean, we'd like to balance things out a little bit. We had some opportunities to throw the ball Friday night that we didn't take advantage of, and that's something I'd like to see us balance things out a little bit from. But, you know, other than that, again, those sustained drives and ball control, and definitely keeping the turnover ratio on our side is definitely a plus.
Oh yeah, that's the big key. So you talked about, you like road games and stuff like that. Do when you take a bus trip like this, does it bring a team together, spending that time and doing that stuff together? Can it help camaraderie?
You know, I don't know. I think we spend so much time together now. It's kind of been there, done that.
Yeah.
But I think certain trips are, you know, there might be a different feel than others. But, you know, riding on that yellow bus in 90 degrees, it brings you together all right. But I don't know if it's the way that everybody would like.
Got the old 465 air conditioner, you know, all the windows down at 65 miles an hour. And
It's just the battle each week is to find out which coach draws the short straw. We have a kind of a lottery to see who gets to ride the bus and then who has to ride it home. So, you know, that's always a tense moment. But it, you know, it works itself out. That's what high school football is supposed to be about.
absolutely. So some coach, or I'm guessing a couple of coaches, have to be on that bus to kind of maintain order there, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, you get to be the lucky one to ride and bond with all those student athletes. And if you win, it's not a bad ride home.
Yeah.
But that loss, it makes it a little bit rougher. So we'll just play that by ear. Hopefully, it'll be a more enjoyable trip coming home.
You guys flip the coin for that, or how did you decide that?
We do a couple of different ways. We just have some internal competitions that seem to work itself out, where we can identify who's fortunate enough to ride the transportation provided by the school.
There you go. That's Coach Shannon Jolly. He is so great. So thank you for joining us for this week's COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also, SRG Financial Advisors, our Vet at the Lake, Sir Ike Yamaha, Polylift Boat Lifts, and Rough Water Docks.